All right, we are in Rescue Creek in the Middle Fork corridor, and right off the ridges we were able to find some wind slabs up to a foot thick, and they're pretty sensitive. So that's certainly our first concern, is those wind slabs on wind-loaded slopes. Very sensitive, but they're pretty identifiable. Our snow structure here in a little more protected place on an east aspect is we have the new snow from yesterday. A slight little thin rain crust from before it got cold enough to snow. It rained a little bit. Then we have, a bit more new snow over the past week, sitting on top of probably a sun crust, but regardless, another crust. And then we have right here a really thick rain crust from early March, where it rained to 6,500 feet, if not higher. We went through a large magnitude natural avalanche cycle, and right now we have this crust. Underneath it is a bit of weaker, softer snow, and this crust is really, really thick, so it's hard to trigger anything below that, but it's still possible. And so, in our stability test, this layer hasn't been very reactive, but the fact that we have weaker snow underneath this crust is still concerning, so it's something to dig down into the snowpack and look for. So now that we're moving into late March, it's pretty much spring, and throughout the day you can expect anything. You can expect snow, rain, sunshine. It's a mixed bag in the spring. And the problem with rapidly changing weather like that is that you really need to pay attention to these rapid changes, because on sun-exposed slopes, if we get sunshine, it could really affect that surface snow, and we could begin to see wet, loose avalanches, for instance, on those sun-exposed slopes. Of course, if we get snow changing to rain, that's always a problem, so we want to pay really close attention to rapidly changing weather now that we've entered spring and how that's going to affect our snowpack.